Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Sasheen, and if you've never seen me come live from the car, get used to it because I like to go live when I have a chance to do so. This is my first live from the car broadcast on the new Facebook page. And this will go, got a little bit of interference there. So also go live up on Instagram TV. So hello. It's so excited to be here. So today, what are we talking about? Dr. Sasheen says fear of being seen and shiny object syndrome are two of the biggest reasons why people are not succeeding at the things that they dream about, the goals that they have, that they hope to achieve. Now, I can totally understand this concept that many people say, I want to do this, I want to do that, but what if I'm wrong? But what if I'm wrong? What if I say the wrong thing? What if I make a mistake? What if oh my gosh, what if? Like we are what ifing ourselves to death. And what I find is that people are so upset and so afraid of being caught, right? At saying the wrong thing, getting a date wrong, or a verse wrong, or a reading wrong, or an interpretation wrong. We're so afraid of getting caught and then not being seen as credible that we abandon the ship even before we get started. It's just not worth it. What if I just do it wrong and people call me out on it? What if I'm up on stage and somewhere in the back of the room someone says, hey, guess what? She's full of shit and doesn't know what she's talking about. Then I'll be humiliated, I'll freeze, no one will love me, no one will buy from me, no one will want to hear from me, no one will believe me. And so instead, we chase the next shiny object. We put a little bit of time into something that we love, but the minute we have to stop hiding behind prepping and actually get out in front of the thing and start doing it, we're like, oh, but I really didn't like that anyway, so I'm just going to go do this thing over here. Oh my God, look how great this thing is going to be. And we jet off to that other thing because after all, if I just keep hopping from shiny object to shiny object to shiny object, then I never really have to get real about the fear that I'm feeling about being successful or about successfully transitioning, whatever the case may be for you. And so I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about why we do this. It's this idea called the imposter syndrome, and I'm actually running a workshop on it next Friday, February 28th. It's a paid workshop. You can sign up for it at the link that'll be above or below. But I really want to talk about this for a minute, because what is happening is that in our heads, we have built up this massive audience of people, right? And in that audience of people is every single person who has ever said a critical thing about us in our entire lives. That person, like every single person who's ever slighted us in any way, sits in the audience and is waiting and ready to pounce on us at the mere hint that we might be something less than absolutely 100% accurate and perfect at what we're about to attempt. And because that's the audience that we tend to be speaking to when we're talking to ourselves in our heads about the things that we want to do, the minute we start thinking, okay, I'm going to do something, they start talking. They literally start chatting and chattering, and every bad thing that anyone's ever said, that whether true or not, but every bad or critical thing begins to roll in our heads, and we go, okay, so, and then we just don't, and we abandon this moment and go chase another moment, hoping and praying that these people won't just follow behind us and continue to chatter at us and tell us what terrible people we are. And we go, but what if I'm wrong? And we look for people to validate our shiny object syndrome. We look for people to give us permission to keep running around after the shiny object so that we can say, but I tried, but look, I tried, even though I really didn't try, but I did. I just didn't try as hard as I could have, because what if I was wrong? And what if people called me out on being wrong? And instead of owning and facing that, I'd rather just not. I can't. Fear of public speaking, number one fear people have. Fear of rejection, number two. You know, on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, everyone talks about getting to the top of self-actualization, and at the very bottom are our basic needs. You know, in the middle, there is this influence of peers that's equally as important to our self-worth, to our climb up the ladder to the place of self-actualization. And in that level where we need social influence and social peers to make us feel good, That's where we tend to get stuck in our heads. That's where our imposter syndrome kicks in. Because if we're wrong and those people call us out on it, then maybe they just won't love us anymore, or maybe even worse, they'll just abandon us. And that fear of abandonment keeps us paralyzed and chasing shiny objects every time. So how do you get over shiny object syndrome, and how do you get over the fear of being an imposter? Well, it takes some work. It's not easy, and it's because, again, when we're talking to when we get into our fear, what we realize is that all those people that sit in the audience that we talk to, or all the people that we're afraid are going to say bad things about us, they're not going to go away. And we have to do the work to silence them or to mute them so that we can get on with the business of living our lives. There are ways that you can do that. It is not going to happen overnight, but I trust and believe in you enough to want to help you get over that. So if you're interested in learning more about the imposter syndrome and what it looks like in your life, and what it is that you can do to help yourself not keep chasing the shiny objects, but actually start living some of the dreams that you like, sign up for the webinar. It's $35. It's next Thursday, February 28th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be a 1-week replay on that, so if you don't catch it live, you can always catch the replay. But it's a workshop. We're going to talk about it, we're going to work on it, and you're going to leave with some tips to help you get over it. All right, this is Dr. Sasheen. So awesome to be back talking to you again. I've missed the live streams, and I've missed the chance to do this. Please like and share this post as far and wide as you can. I'd love more people to understand and really begin to engage in this idea of what it means to get over this feeling like, I'm so afraid of doing anything, so I'm just going to do nothing and pretend like I'm not doing nothing, but I'm just going to move on to the next thing and pretend like I'm doing something. Let's all stop pretending and start living, because you know what? Life is too short. All right, everybody, it has been wonderful. I will talk to you soon. Bye.